Hey Kinders, it's Mrs. Ash. All right, welcome back to the art room. Today we are going to keep talking about line. Okay, we have talked about different line types. We've talked about curved lines, and we made our kindergarten kings and queens last week with lines. And we made our curved line flowers, and today we are going to make straight lines. Okay, and our question up here says, how can we make art with straight lines? Okay, and so some kids are like, I can't make a straight line. That's okay, it doesn't matter. We're not going to make it perfectly straight, so don't start to worry. Okay, so this is a super cool artist the person that created this. This is not an artist, Mrs. Ash. This is a piece of artwork. Okay, you're right. All right. The artist that made this, his name is Piet Mondrian, okay? And he is a super cool artist, and I'm going to show you some of his work and tell you a little bit about him in the video. But when you look at his art, you can see here that he uses only straight lines. Pretty cool, right? And some of them overlap each other, which means they go on top of each other. Okay, and you can see that here. And when they overlap, they create these shapes inside of there that look like squares and rectangles. Okay, so he uses those straight lines to create this really cool design. It's sort of like a grid or a checkerboard or a tic-tac-toe board, right? And then he chooses some of the spaces to fill in with red, yellow, and blue. And he always uses red, yellow, and blue. And we'll talk about what's special about red, yellow, and blue when we get to our color unit. But those are the primary colors, and some of you guys are probably screaming that at your camera, right? But so he uses these straight lines to create a really unique design, and he always uses straight lines. And so today we're going to make a little art like Piet Mondrian and try to learn the names of the straight lines. Okay, oh my goodness. Now they're kind of hard names, okay? I'm gonna write them down. So there's 3 types of straight lines. Okay, so there's one that goes this way, side to side. There's one that goes straight up and down. And there's one that goes corner to corner, okay, or high to low. So we have to find out the names for them because they're kind of these weird big names. So let's start with the first one. Where's my whiteboard? Mrs. Ash, why are you never ready? Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a bug crawling on my whiteboard. Holy cannolis. Okay, let's erase this boogie bug. Get off of my whiteboard. Okay. So our first one, let's do the up and down one. The first one, up and down, is called vertical. I'm gonna write it up and down. V starts with vertical. What do you think it starts with? Vertical. A V, vertical, up and down, okay? The next one is the side to side one. That's when the line goes across the paper, side to side. That one's called horizontal. Horizontal. Okay. And the last one, my favorite one, it goes diagonal. It goes corner to corner, okay? You can see it's at an angle like that. That one's called diagonal. Diagonal. Okay? All right, now, Mrs. Ash, how are we going to remember those big words? We are going to sing a song to remember them. Okay. Okay, we are going to sing a song. All right, now I'm not Mrs. Brinton, so bear with me. Okay. Horizontal, horizontal, side to side, side to side. Vertical is up and down, vertical is up and down. Diagonal, diagonal. I don't know if you can see me in there. Okay, let's try it again. Ready? Horizontal, horizontal, side to side, side to side. Vertical is up and down, vertical is up and down. Diagonal. See how my arms are diagonal? Corner to corner. Diagonal. It's too tiring. I'm an old woman now. I need to take a nap after that. Are you sleeping? Okay, wake up. All right, ready to do art. So we're gonna try to put all three of them in our art. You can see here on Piet Mondrian's, he only uses 2 of them. He doesn't do one of them. Can you tell which one he doesn't do? He doesn't do the corner to corner. He only does vertical, up and down, and horizontal side to side. But we're gonna make our own picture. It's not gonna be exactly like his. Okay, so I want you to grab out your whiteboard and a dry erase marker, or if you don't have that, just grab out a piece of paper, and a marker, or a crayon, and we're gonna practice making these lines. Okay, so let's try to make the vertical. Let's make 10 verticals across our page. Verticals are the up and down. Let's start over here and let's go all the way over here making them. Ready? Now look, is mine perfectly straight? No, it's okay. Just practicing, we're trying. Okay, so I'm gonna start up here. I'm gonna start at the top and I'm gonna go all the way down. Oh my goodness. You think I can fit 10 verticals on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually fit it perfectly on here. 10 vertical lines. All right, now I'm gonna erase these guys. If you don't want to erase them, you don't have to. You could put your horizontals right on top, but I think it might get a little busy, so I'm gonna erase. Okay, now let's do horizontals. Remember, horizontal, let's sing the song. Horizontal, horizontal, side to side. Okay, so this one's side to side. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this side of my paper or my whiteboard, and I'm gonna go across. That's a horizontal line, side to side. So these are all of our straight lines. We have 3 types of straight lines. Ooh, that looks pretty good, right? So I have, let's see, how many horizontal lines do I have on mine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so I have 6 horizontal lines. Let's see if I can put some verticals on top. Vertical, which way does that go? Vertical is up and down. Vertical is up and down. Diagonal. Sorry, I just like that part. Okay, so I'm gonna go from top, up, and all the way down. Ooh, so when I put horizontals going this way and verticals going down, it makes that tic-tac-toe pattern or grid, right? So I could space out my lines. I could make them really close together. If we wanted our picture to look like Mondrian's, he doesn't have them always go from the very tippy top all the way to the very bottom. He stops in some spots. Let's watch this. Let's go down, 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 and let's stop at that line. Let's go down, 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 down. I'll stop at this one. Pretty cool. Maybe I'll start from the bottom. Maybe I'll have a horizontal. Just goes up. Wow, look at all those straight lines. Okay, erase your straight lines. Erase those straight lines. And remember, if you don't have a whiteboard, which I think our kindergarten teachers, I know they sent them home, so hopefully most of you guys have them. If you don't have a whiteboard, use scrap paper. Put it on the back of anything. You don't have to. This isn't a finished product. Okay, now, diagonal. Well, diagonal, it's not in Piet Mondrian's work. Piet Mondrian liked vertical, horizontal. But we like a little more variety than him. Okay, so a diagonal line, I say it's corner to corner. Okay, so that's a diagonal line. It doesn't have to actually be from the corner of my page to the corner down here. You could put one here. Diagonal. I'm gonna try and cross it with another one going this way. That looks pretty cool, right? I could do it like Piet Mondrian and not have it go the whole way. I could start at one of my lines here. All right, so what if I have diagonals and then I put verticals on top and then I put horizontals on top and then I try to fill them in? You think we can do that? Let's try it on a whiteboard first. All right, I'm gonna start with the very first one we talked about, and that was the up and downs. What was that called again? Vertical is up and down, vertical. Okay, vertical. All right, so I'm gonna do. Now, Mrs. Ash, is that perfectly straight? Look right here, look right here. Ah! Is it perfectly straight? No, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, I have two straights, so two up and down straights are called verticals. Okay, now I have three. Now I'm gonna try and do some horizontals over top. I'm gonna put one way at the tip top up here. Vertical, or I got them confused too. I'm gonna try some horizontals across is what I meant. So, horizontal, horizontal, side to side. Okay, so that's the side to side one. You see these cool spaces that we're creating in between our overlapped lines? It's really neat. It's a lot like his. I like to switch up how much space I put in between each one. It adds a little bit of interest, makes it a little bit more interesting if they're not all the same size. Like, see how big some of his spaces are in between? He did that just by switching how far apart the lines are from each other. So maybe this line's really close to that one, but then the next one's really far down. Okay, so I'm gonna make some short horizontals. Look, how about here? And then, now if you want yours to be like Mondrian's, and you only wanna do verticals and horizontals, that's fine. You could leave it just like this. And you could keep adding in more horizontals, or you could leave it like it is here. If you wanted to add in diagonals, okay, to add a little bit more variety means a lot different of something, you could add in diagonals like this. Okay, so you could have it have all three of the straight lines, or you could just have the two. All right, so here's my practice. I'm gonna put my practice down because now I'm ready to start on my real one. Okay, maybe I should move this. Let's see, let's put this here. Okay, so, oh, this is getting messy. So I'm ready to start on my real one. And so we're gonna do the exact same thing. We are going to now, as you can see, on Mondrian's artwork, he has black straight lines, and then he fills them in with red, yellow, and blue. And he leaves some of the boxes white. Okay, so we're not gonna fill in every single box that we create with our lines. We're gonna leave some of them white. All right, now, Mondrian, we see here, fills it in with red, yellow, and blue. You don't have to. Okay, so if you want yours to look similar to his, then you're gonna wanna use red, yellow, and blue, and you're gonna wanna use black lines, and you're gonna wanna just do horizontals and verticals. But if you want it to be colored in with whatever color you want, you can. It's your art. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna put mine up there, and we're gonna draw it up together. Okay, I'm gonna start with up and downs, okay? Those are called my verticals. Here I go. I'm gonna go top to the bottom, all the way down, 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 down. Woo! I'm gonna put one here, all the way down, 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 down. Woo! Okay, now I'm gonna do some horizontals. I have two verticals, so I'm gonna do a horizontal. I'm gonna do one that goes in between these two. Boop. I like my lines to end at another line or end at the edge of the paper. If I just have it end like this, it gets kind of hard to know where to fill in. get off the edge of the paper. All right, maybe I'll put one really close together over here. There's so many verticals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how many horizontals I have. 1, 2. We got to add some more horizontals, huh? And what about the diagonals? We talked about those. So you can decide if you want to add them in or if you don't want to. I'm going to add them in. Now, I am going to pick some colors and start filling in some of these cool shapes I created. So if you want yours to be like Mondarian, like we said before, then I want you to pick the colors that he used. Yellow, red, and blue are primary colors. These colors are important in the art room. We're going to talk a lot about these colors. And primary colors mean that they're the colors that make all of the other colors. Okay, so when we get into color mixing, and these guys are super important. I actually have primary colors on today. Let me show you. I have blue, my pants are red, and my shoes are yellow. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna try coloring in my Mondarian picture, and I want you to do something called lawnmower coloring, okay? I think I'm a little blurry. Lawnmower coloring is when you color in like you are a lawnmower. You know how when people mow the grass, they go all in the same direction, and sometimes you can see lines in the grass that go the same direction? That's lawnmower. That's like lawnmower coloring here. That's why we call it that. Okay, I'm going all in the same direction when I'm coloring in. This is filling in with more of a scribble. Now, I love a good scribble. Okay, so I'm not saying you can never scribble, because scribbling is cool and it's expressive. But when you're trying to fill in a space, it seems like it's easier, it's more efficient, means it doesn't take as long. Scribbling takes a long time to try and fill in all those little areas. And it usually looks neater when you color all the same way. All right, so I filled in that spot, and now I'm going to keep filling in, and you guys fill in too. I'm gonna speed this up for you. All right, so I know my yellow's not really showing up very well. Like, this is yellow down here, and I know my camera is not quite catching that for some reason. Come on. There, you can kind of see it. So you can see I really worked on my lawnmower coloring, that side to side, trying to go all the same direction. And you can see in some of them it went outside of the lines, like right here, it's not perfect. Okay, and so it's just something we're practicing, trying to learn how to fill in a section, and that's a great technique for trying to fill in an area. And I'm not saying scribbling is not allowed, because I love a good scribble, but when you're trying to fill in a certain space, lawnmower coloring works. All right, so for our Piet Mondrian inspired art, we have this pretty cool design here. We have our vertical lines, we have our horizontal lines, and we have our diagonal lines, right? And then we also filled it in with his colors, and you didn't have to. You could fill it in with whatever colors you want. Make sure you put your name on the front somewhere. Always sign our work. I'll put my name right there. I can't wait to see yours. If you guys click add response on this activity, you can take a picture of it and send it to me. I'd love to know that you're doing your work. And I am excited to see it. See you guys next week.